Welcome to Remelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. This week, I'm sharing a dream that has a lot of scene changes about space, aqua aerobics, and strange and frightening bugs.
Ooh, we're also talking about prom dresses, shopping at the mall, and Zac Efron.
We're also talking about deja vu. Deja vu.
Ooh.
Deja vu.
Ooh.
All right, bestie, strap your seatbelt and let's get started. I don't know. I would say strap on, and that would be right.
Like you paused mid-strap. I'm like, oh boy, where's this going? Strap it on. Deja vu.
That's what I was going to say. Deja vu.
Strap it on. We'll get started. Ow. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi-yo.
Hello.
It's a day. How are you?
Great. It's great.
Oh,
everything's great.
I love that answer. Life is great. Life is wonderful.
Life is great. Been busy as always. Christmas is coming, so that's exciting. And yeah, maybe we should just read some dreams today. Just get into it.
Let's just read some dreams.
Yeah,
I mean that's what we're here for, right?
That's what we're here for.
I like it. You like it. I think the besties like it. So let's get into it.
I've got a crazy, crazy dream.
Okay.
I would say this takes the cake of all scene change dreams we've had in the last year. Like
even yours?
I need you to do me a favor. I found my soulmate. I found my dream mate here.
Oh, you may have.
And I need you to, as I read this dream, I want you to keep track of how many scene changes there are.
I was already getting ready to take a tally on this.
This dream is from McKenna, and McKenna is from Louisville.
Okay, McKenna.
Okay.
The count is on.
I need you guys to buckle up. You need 10 buckles for this one, because we're moving places.
Okay,
we're moving places
go.
with a lot of scene changes. Okay, here we go. McKenna begins. Hey, girls, I am seriously concerned for my sanity after this one. It starts out as a weird dream, but it gets progressively worse.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
So I am floating around in space. I don't know why, but then it starts raining. So I ask the science guy, and he says it's because my glasses are steaming up. He said to not take them off because they are my only protection from space, as we didn't have spacesuits.
But glasses, like eyeglasses, are going to protect you when you're in space.
From like no oxygen. I don't know how that works. And why is it raining in space?
Why is that even a thing?
That's not even possible. That's not possible. So we're off to a great start.
You're above the atmosphere, right? Like, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, there's no atmosphere up there. It's you can't breathe, but you can see, but you can't see because you got your like foggy glasses on. So
well,
whatever.
I mean, that's the trouble with glasses. They're going to fog up. Sorry.
Yeah, in the rain all the time, even in space.
Get LASIK or contacts in space. Those are your only two options. You can't wear glasses.
I don't think contacts in space would work very well. I don't think astronauts can have contacts.
I think they have to have like pretty decent vision. Isn't that like a requirement?
I would think like perfect. Yeah, I don't think they're like pilot.
For
like
the Air Force too. I think you have to, have
the 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll just float out of your eye. That's not good.
They just disconnect and float away.
Okay. I'll never be able to go to space. Damn it. Okay.
Nope. Sorry. That's the one reason.
Moving on. Then suddenly, I'm on Earth again.
Nice.
In a fishing competition. The fish you catch determines the career you should do.
I need to enter this fishing competition.
For some reason, the press are around you, waiting like waiting like seagulls for when you catch your fish. Which is weird because the press don't care about some random 16-year-old idiot.
Right?
Then,
oh boy,
I get into a limo. There's this guy whining about how no one respects their elders anymore.
Wow. She's sharing a limo with some rando that's just ranting.
Yes, a ranting boomer. I shut the window between the front and the back, but that only saves my friends. I'm in the front and I have to listen to this guy's whole rant.
Damn it. Why is she in the front seat of a limo?
So, unless you're the driver, no.
You don't go
It kind
in
of
the
defeats
front
the experience, doesn't it?
right? Oh,
Okay,
Lordy.
well, then I am swimming. Then I am in a swimming spin class. For some reason.
How does that work?
For some reason, I am the only woman. And some guy brought their dad, and people were making fun of him for being so old. So the class just starts.
This is terrible.
And we're doing underwater jumping jacks.
How does that spin?
I don't just create waves.
And shouldn't they be proud of this guy for just trying to be physically fit even at his age? Why make fun of him?
You would think. Let's not.
That's so stupid.
Let's not make fun of him.
No.
Agreed. Okay. But the jumping jacks part, I mean, I have dreams where I feel like I'm running through water and I'm trying to escape someone, but I've never dreamt of doing jumping jacks in water.
No, I
It'd
bet
be
it would
very
be good muscle
slow.
resistance, but like...
But your arms, those go up fast because they're out of water,
But
and then
your legs don't. It's
go up
not an even
slow.
balance.
It's not an even. You could do 2 arms to 1 leg. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And who gets the bike, and who got the underwater bike, and who gets to do the jumping jacks? Are we taking turns?
And is it only a
I
2-person
don't know.
class? Like one person's on the bike, one person's doing calisthenics the whole time? Or do you get to like flip around?
Don't know.
This is
Someone's
an
just
interesting
treading
class.
water. That's all they get to do.
I would be really good at the treading water part.
You are good at it.
It's
And
one
blowing
of my
bubbles.
It's one of my talents in this world.
All right. Next, I'm in my house with my best friends. And they're with Haley James from One Tree Hill. For some reason, I have movie-style posters of her in my room. Creepy, right? I keep saying I need to stick around to make sure she's happy, but I don't know where I was sticking around. Then, my girlfriend...
Wasn't it her house?
I did, yes.
Okay.
She goes, and then my girlfriend, in the parentheses, I'm a straight woman, so don't ask me why I have a girlfriend in this dream. My girlfriend starts pressuring me for marriage.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So,
That's a talk.
I go to the ring shop to find an engagement ring. But then somehow, the woman working there knows I had made a personal ring. But it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
What did it look
You ready?
like? I have
Okay.
to know.
It's a My Little Pony themed ring. My little pony, my little pony.
Sounds lovely.
Is the tail the diamonds and the mane and the tail? I mean, that doesn't sound that
Oh my-
bad.
Where do you how big do you think this ring is? Like a whole horse sitting on your finger?
Like a whole horse, like a miniature. What do they call them? Clydesdales? The mini
Those aren't
Clydesdale?
miniature. Those are the big ones. The ones that
Well, aren't there mini? What are the mini horses called? Those ones.
I think they're called mini horses.
Yes, those mini horses. Well, we've had tortellini rings in the past, and now we have My Little Pony ring.
Yeah,
So,
I guess
it's good.
we have a variety. It's good to have a variety.
So with my purchase, the ring lady offers me a carriage helmet, which was shaped like a deformed pig, which you apparently wore on wedding carriages. She was planning my whole wedding before I even got a yes.
McKenna, I'm literally dying. Literally.
It's getting better. Just wait.
Okay.
The ring lady then told me I might look less sweaty if I wore thermals. Sorry, what? She says, thermals will stop my t-shirt from sticking to me. I mean, I guess she's right.
Is this the ring shop lady?
Yes.
Why
She's selling
she
carriage hats of dead pigs and she's a planner and like a
deformed
fashion consultant.
pigs and like watching so you get the sweat like wicked off of you when you're maybe doing your underwater aerobics.
Okay.
All right. This lady's well versed.
Now the next part is the bad part.
Oh no. Here we
I
go.
walk into my room and it's infested.
Ew!
Get ready for this.
With what? With what, Mindy? With what?
Penis-shaped bugs.
I can't.
Instead of the floor is lava, it's the floor is penises.
Best game ever.
I mean, these bugs were literal dickheads. I don't even...
McKenna's gotta stop. She might make me suffocate from laughing.
I told my parents about the infestation in the dream, and they said I was being dramatic, and it was just a couple of harmless bugs.
A couple of harmless dick bugs.
And then I woke up.
Damn it, McKenna.
I can't sleep in now because I have a fear of penis-shaped bugs under my bed.
This is PTSD for McKenna. You don't want to wake up and step. What do you think happens if you step on one of those penis bugs?
Well, Brooke, do you know what happens when you touch it the right way? It's messy. It's messy.
It is. I know it's going to be messy.
You need a towel or something.
I hope Orkin can come and get rid of those penis.
Could you imagine that call? Excuse me. Yeah, can you explain your infestation problem? Well, they're bugs, but I'm going to warn you ahead of time. They're just really big dicks.
How big were these bugs?
She said...
Who knows?
She just said, they're just penis-shaped bugs.
Left to the imagination.
I'm guessing little. I mean, how did you picture it? I'm guessing like a cockroach size. Like penis bugs.
Not like a centipede, but like a caterpillar.
Yeah, I guess if I'd had more girth in my mind, I don't know.
Oh, now it's a girth conversation. Okay.
Oh, boy.
We're all over the board tonight.
So if you've been keeping track, there are a lot of scene changes in this one.
Can I go?
Yes, let's see if you got it right.
Okay. Number 1, space.
You got it.
Number 2, Number 3, the limo. Number 4, the swimming spin class.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, the house with friends. Mm-hmm. Number 6, the ring shop. And number 7, the bedroom with the penis bugs.
You got it. 7 scene changes. And this might be our world record of scene changes in one dream.
Oh, you're gonna have to dream really hard.
I don't think I've ever had this many. McKenna, this is crazy. And there's a lot to get through in this interpretation here.
I was gonna say, oh my God, we've got something to dig into.
And I'm gonna do it because they are like little vignettes. And I'm just gonna take like these 7 catnap scenes one at a time.
Okay. That's the only way we can do it, I think.
Yeah, I think there's an overarching theme. Once I get done, I'll explain. But we'll start with the first scene.
Okay. Space.
Space. Endless possibilities, right? The vastness of life ahead of her. Now, one of the things we had the luxury of knowing from McKenna's dream is she's 16. So we know it's that time of life when you have all those options in front of you. All the futures ahead of you.
Right. Nothing but possibilities.
Absolutely. And then she talks about how it's raining and her glasses fog over. Her safety goggles, if you will. No, that's what I'm picturing now. Safety goggles of space. And the fog kind of makes you disorientated. So you have this beautiful scenery. You're floating in space, but you can't see anything. So you could be in the middle of anywhere. It wouldn't matter. Because if your glasses are fogged up, It sucks.
Yeah, so you've got all these possibilities in front of you, but you can't really figure out which one you want because you can't see.
And it's raining on top of it. So you have this beautiful space and nothing but annoyances. And you can't take it all in right now because you're just rain, foggy glasses. Don't get to appreciate the beautiful spaceness. Okay, now we move to the fishing career. Which literally, I mean, I think at this point, McKenna's got to be starting to make decisions in her life. And I think that's obvious with her age, what path she wants to go in. Is she going to school? Is she going into the workforce, military? At that age, there's so many people asking you what you want to do with your life. And I take that as the press in that kind of vignette.
Yeah, you're getting pulled in so many directions. It's like you've got a guidance counselor, you've got your friends, you've got your own interests.
Yes.
You've got those career fairs you have to go to with booths and stuff. It's like you're being torn in every direction possible. It's so confusing.
And every one of those people that you've mentioned, I wrote down the same thing: school, peers, family. It's just they're judging you, and you're wondering if I get this fish, can you imagine if you throw your line in and you start reeling up and it comes up with a stethoscope? You're like, I guess I'm a doctor. Or then the next person reels something in. It's like a calculator and you're like, I'll be a CPA.
Garbage can. Guess I'll be a garbage man.
I'd pull up a camera. You'd pull up a banknote.
A certificate of deposit.
Yes.
A car title.
It's yes. What do you want to be? I think at this age and stage of her life, it's just people are asking what she wants to do with her life, and she's just feeling overwhelmed with probably those questions.
Do you remember being that age?
Yeah.
I think we have had very different career goals along the way. Mm-hmm. At one point you wanted to be a model, which you could have because you're
oh, sure. It's
beautiful.
Easy when you're 16. You're like, I just want to move to New York and be a model.
But that was great. And at one point I wanted to be a vet, but I'm like, I can't do bad stuff to animals.
No.
I only want to take care of them. So yeah, your interests change. Things change over time.
And it's okay not to know at 16. I think that's the thing.
I don't know now.
We have all these teenagers in high school. And I'll say last night my youngest had her high school, freshman high school orientation. So she's going to high school next year, which makes me feel extremely old. And the best part is they're already talking about college. If you take this class, you can get college credit. And if you do this, and I'm like,
as of
they're
before they even start high school?
Let's not worry about it yet. Yeah. So it's hard. They're constantly being pressured by the school, by society, by parents. Figure out what you want to do at 16. Well, shut up. Most people my age still are trying to figure out what they want to do.
I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue.
I want to be a professional podcaster.
I want to be a podcaster and a gymnast. Let's see which one happens first.
I have my money on this podcast. No pressure, Mindy. No pressure.
Me too, because there's not going to be a good outcome to the other.
Rhythm gymnastics. That's the niche I see you in.
Rhythm. I can do a ribbon.
Yeah, I know you could pull that. A ball. That'd be fantastic. It's never too late, Brooke. It's never too late.
It's never too late. I'll start training for the Olympics.
Our next scene, which I call the boomer limo.
The boomer limo. Why are we complaining?
The thing that's frustrating with the boomer limo is she gets in, and again, it's kind of like that judgment. Oh, these kids these days, right? And I can just picture this conversation. No, I can't picture. I can just hear this conversation playing out in my head, right? These kids don't respect their elders. They don't know. And when I was a kid, it's frustrating. And I think by rolling up that window, she's trying to tell, she's trying to compartmentalize things, right? It's okay, boomer stays here, but unfortunately she was in the boomer compartment, so that didn't help. But she's saving her friends. She's okay, at least my friends don't have to hear about boomer.
But almost, it's actually almost the opposite though, right? Because she puts up the window. Oh, the boomer's the driver. The boomer's the driver.
She doesn't say. I'm guessing
she
the
doesn't
boomer's
say,
the
but
driver?
that has to be because she did say she saved her friends.
They're sitting sitting three across in the front seat, maybe.
Where there's no seatbelt in the middle one.
Yeah, no. Like the good old days.
Cozy.
Save her friends, right? So
yeah.
Is she trying to look out for her friends? She's trying to block out that judgment or something. And that may speak to her personality and her as a person, is doesn't want her friends to be bothered by this either. So she's recognizing it's not only her who's having these issues, but maybe her friends are in the same boat as her.
She's trying to protect them, kind of shelter them from her own issues.
And then we get to the spin, swimming, water workout extravaganza, which I don't understand how it works. Anyways.
Yeah.
She did mention she was the only woman. She knows she was the only woman there.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So does she feel alone in some sort of decision making? And the fact that she's doing jumping jacks, fitness in general just means like a transformation. And it is. It's transformative time of her life. So again, sticking on this theme, I think it's all really pulls together. Next, we're at the bedroom with the One Tree Hill Creeper movie poster idolization. Which I thought was just like an interesting sidebar. But
yeah, like it just kind of really went off the rails there not off the rails because it's been a crazy kind of journey. But like,
right. There was no rails. We're on the Wonka here. There's no direction you need to go. It just goes everywhere.
Like, why are we now in a bedroom looking at a poster and then the celebrity is actually there? That's strange. And then we move again. But like, yeah, it's just like you said, like a sidebar. Like this just happened and now let's.
Weird. Yeah.
Keep going.
This is the part where she's got a girlfriend, which again, she said, I'm a straight woman. I don't have, a girlfriend in real life, but is there something that you're feeling pressured to do? Like that settling down, like that's how it comes off in the dream, right? I pressuring you to get engaged. More
of a commitment issue than a sexuality issue.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be commitment. It could be like the pressure of making a decision that maybe you're not quite ready to make. Scene 6. I had to number them to keep them all straight here.
I had a ring shop.
We're at the relentless ring shop lady who...
she's a know-it-all, isn't she?
Is like overstepping her boundaries here because, first of all, she's judgy about your sweat. Rude.
Judgy about your sweat.
She's like trying to like speed things up with the wedding planning process, and it's like, hey, I haven't even gotten engaged yet. Like, again, it's like the pressure to like go in life, and she's like, I just hold on. Just slow down. I think literally that's what it's saying to her is her dream is telling her like things are going fast right now. Take a minute, take a breath. Ride that pig hat into town and in your carriage and tell the world that you are sweaty and it's okay.
I am sweaty and I am proud.
The final one is the penis bug scene.
I mean, you say it so lackadaisical, like this is an everyday occurrence. Like, the last scene is
every
the
day.
Penis bug
When
scene,
the penis bugs come out, they mostly come out when it's dark. They come out when it's dark. That's usually true. If you saw, and I was searching like, I wasn't trying to search penis bugs today, but I was like, what does penis mean in a dream?
Your browser history is destroyed.
Oh my God. If my computer ever gets seized by the federal agents or law enforcement, they're going to be like, what the hell is this woman? What's wrong with her? Last week, she was looking up like being buried alive. And this week she's looking up penis bugs. Like, what's going on with
this
her?
lady's crazy.
Now, here's the thing I don't like what I found when I was looking up and getting ideas on what penis might mean. It often came across as power and masculinity and strength. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Penises are not that strong. They're sensitive. They're not like they're fine. But like
they're fine. I'll take one, but
like why does it have to be like, oh, it's a penis, it's the most powerful thing? Shut up.
Yeah, I've seen a penis or two not be so powerful.
And especially at 16, if 16-year-old me, first of all, McKenna, thank you for being so honest. If 16-year-old me had this dream, I would tell a fucking living soul about penis bugs. That's for sure.
Maybe me. Maybe you would have told me.
This does sound like a dream. That would be funny at the end. I'm like, oh my God, this is a dream I found from when I was 16.
I was going to say,
it could be.
This sounds a little familiar. No, just kidding.
But,
Penis bug.
16, you're exploring your sexuality. You're exploring the other sex. So although it can be scary, so to say, right? Let's take something that's already scary, perhaps, in your mind, and make it more scary by making it a bug.
Make it into bugs?
It's just it's just another stressor in the stream, and I don't like it. Call the Orchid
vagina
Man.
bugs. I feel like there should be some vagina bugs. They'd be so cute, little vagina bugs.
Well, if the penis bugs are cockroach caterpillars, what would be the vagina bug? I don't.
What are those like armored bugs? Like those stink bugs, that have like that massive armor on it. It's like,
Brooke, we don't want to represent ourselves as stink bugs.
Take that off. I didn't mean it like that. I meant because they look like they have that armor on them, and it's like, you gotta earn your entrance into this castle, penis bug.
That's damn straight.
Or whatever. I don't want to offend anyone. A finger bug, a
praying mantis. I don't know.
Penises aren't necessarily
a ladybug, of course. That's what it could be.
A ladybug, a non-binary,
and they're
bug.
good luck. Yeah, of course. Hey, dreams are weird, and obviously McKenna's is of that nature. But overall, that's kind of goes straight to the scenes. Overall, I think it's a teenage stress dream.
It's a teenage stress dream.
And sometimes they come across as school tests or things like that. But this, you have a lot of stresses, McKenna. At your age, I know it's school, it's your family, it's your future, it's boys,
or girls too,
It's you feel like you're being judged, and you're just overwhelmed. And it's take a second.
Everything.
And I would say it gets better in life, and it does in many ways. We always have stressors.
Always. But
at some point when you get older, you're going to realize that you don't care what other people think. You really don't.
That's the beauty I think of your 40s.
You do you. Yeah, it is.
I feel like that's where I reached the point where I'm going to do me, you do you. And if that's not cool, then okay. Whatever.
We don't have to swim in the same lane. We don't have to be at the same aqua jazzercise class. You can be in another pool. You do your thing in that pool. I'll do my thing in this pool.
That's fine too. I do mine at the Y.
But McKenna, thank you so much for submitting that and being honest and open. That was
so brave.
That might take the cake. Like I said, the top scene-changing dream ever. 7's a lucky number.
Try to top it, you guys. Try to top it. And you know how you can do that? Share your dreams with us. Tell us if you have more than 7 scene changes. Maybe you don't have one single scene change. We don't care. We just want to hear about your dream stories. So we just want to hear it all. You can have a catnap, which, is just a 1-sentence, 2-sentence dream. We have dream stories. We have dreams like McKenna's that have 18,000 aspects to it. Send them to us, you guys. Remelations@gmail.com. Any listener stories, any dreams? We want to hear it too. Submit it. We love you, bestie. We want to hear more always.
Always and forever.
Oh, so romantic.
All right, Brookie, that means it's your turn.
It's my turn. I've got a really interesting dream from Joanne, and she's from Scottsdale.
Woohoo.
Okay. Let's go Arizona. Let's just cut that out because it's the wrong city. Okay.
Okay. I'm leaving it in just for that reason.
I was shopping for my prom dress. Only I was 45 years old. But I was giddy like it was my first prom. I wasn't there with any friends. Clearly, why would my friends in my age group be going to a prom? Still, I found...
why are you even going to a prom?
Yeah, I want to know this too. I think... I don't know if you're going to get the answer you want, but I've been thinking this the whole time.
Are you the oldest person at the prom? That would be embarrassing.
Besides maybe chaperones.
Just tap some 16-year-old boy on his shoulder and be like, do you want to dance?
Hey, baby.
Hey, Mrs. Robinson, would you dance with me?
Yes, please. She didn't say she's a teacher or anything. She's excited to be going to prom.
I would be too.
Still, I found myself at all of the same stores as the same group of girls also shopping for their dresses. They were having the best time, giggling and gossiping and showing off their selections. I tried chatting with them, asking about which school they went to, if they had dates, dinner plans, after prom. Standard chit-chat. They were kind of polite, trading small talk, but you could tell they thought I was a weirdo or something. Why wouldn't they? She says in all capitals. I still don't know what the fuck I was doing there.
Well, she was trying. She just wanted to make a friend.
She's trying. She's like, hey, where are we going to the same one?
Are we going to Chi-Chi's afterwards?
Chi-Chi's? Are we going to go to Chi-Chi's? Is there a hypnotist after
I'm
prom?
buying my the after prom hypnotist, yes. Where are they at Deb's shop? Because Deb was the place to get your prom dresses.
You could buy like 17 different dresses at Deb and have your own selection to choose from because they were like $7 a piece.
They were pretty cheap.
Okay. The girls fell silent and started pointing. We all looked as the most gorgeous young man started walking toward us. Very Zac Efron-esque. Hashtag.
Yes,
what
yes,
a
yes.
Zac Efron dream.
Oh my God. He's a cutie.
I hope it's a dirty dream about me. I hope that's what he
I'm
dreams.
sure it is. I'm sure it is.
I mean, of course, he's like, who is this woman I keep randomly having dreams of?
Oh,
it's me.
It's the blonde girl from Iowa. That stalker. The one that took out the restraining order on.
Oh, that's
right. The
it's
one,
her.
yeah. All of a sudden you're just like knocking on his windows. Hey, Zach, babe.
Hey, Zach.
What are you dreaming about? Is it me?
What are you wearing?
It's me, right? It's me.
Zach, is it me again? Can you say one time you dreamed of me? Just say one time, and then we can release.
Ma'am, can you please put the gun down?
Put my hands up.
Yeah,
Zach,
total hottie. But,
I love you.
Wait, sidebar. What's your favorite thing that you've seen Zac Efron in? Favorite movie, film, TV?
That is a good one because I did not know him like High School Musical days, when he was coming up. Actually, I do have an answer. The first thing I saw him in, I mean, I always thought he was cute, like no question about it, but was actually a Bear Grylls special, like the survivalist Bear Grylls. He was on one of his episodes and I forget exactly what challenge they were doing, but Zach was so open and honest. He's so young at this time, like talking about how he's sober, child actors, actresses, they sometimes talking about how he's sober, how he stays sober, just the strength he had from within. It really made me admire him as a person. And then like Neighbors 2 came out and I was like, yeah, but he's also fucking hot.
Yeah, he's got that going for him. And he can sing.
He's got that too. And he's in that Ted Bundy movie, which is pretty good on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I knew him as the Troy Bolton of High School Musical because my kids watched that
I thought
movie
maybe
thousands
you
of
had
times.
known him.
But no, that was a weird age for me. Like he was too young in that movie.
You can't like him then.
No, but I did really like him in Greatest Showman. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
He's just a really talented actor. I feel like he falls into those categories of pretty boys where people don't necessarily take them seriously for a while, like Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt. People didn't. They're like, oh, you're just this pretty boy. And I'm like, yeah, but watch them act, you guys. It's amazing. He's really talented.
Yeah. And why is he going to prom now is the question.
Why? Well, and it's not necessarily him. It's just a Zac
she said he looks like him. Okay.
Very Zac Efron.
Well, in my mind, it is Zac Efron.
In my dream, it is him. It's Zac Efron in my brain.
Yeah,
from now until forever.
Forevers.
I thought he was teasing me, but he asked, "Did you find anything?" He then leaned in and kissed me on the cheek and said, "I know you'll look great in anything."
Oh.
The girls were stunned into silence. And then I woke up.
Be still my heart.
Be still my heart.
I mean, dress shopping for any event is a pain and stressful.
You feel
and you want to look your best.
You're like,
you
nothing
don't look your
good.
best. Oh, so does red wash me out? I wore black last time. I can't wear black this time. What kind of event is it? Can I go backless? Can I not go backless? There's so many decisions.
I need a bra,
what shoes?
So I need
shoes?
straps.
Oh, God. Was someone going to see my support underwear, my Spanx in this thing? I don't know.
My Spanx go up too high. I can't wear them.
My Spanx go to my boobs. I can't wear low cut if my Spanx go to my boobs.
They go right under, and then I have a different Spanx that lift them right up. Trust me, you're going to have all kinds of Spanx someday. Spanx for everything.
I love it. I mean, what a cool dream.
Right. I thought that was so sweet. He's like, you're going to look good in anything. That's the kind of guy you want.
It is.
Doesn't care. Very different from Mindy's dream. I just thought the whole prom, the whole shopping thing is kind of fun. And then I feel like in this dream, there's not really like a lot of analyzing to do, so to speak. I think it's just like a memory kind of dream. She's just trying to go back to this place where she was happy, but my question is why? Mm-hmm. Like, what's making her feel the need to go back to that time? Unresolved romantic issues?
Give him a call up. Give him a call. Shoot him a DM. Hey.
You know, I'll catch you, call you on the jingle, catch you on the jangle kind of thing. But that's old school because I don't do social. You know me.
You don't pick up the phone. Jingle. Phones don't jingle or jangle anymore.
Jingle, jangle.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Beep, boop, beep, boop. So maybe she was just needing that boost of happiness. I mean, we all need to escape adulting, I feel like, to sometimes go back. And, I mean, didn't you have fun shopping? I always had fun, like, going shopping.
Yeah, I did have fun.
Obviously, it was usually you, so clearly
or like mom. I'd go with my sister, my older sisters, or like my mom.
Yeah, not necessarily even like dress shopping, just going to the mall in general with a group of friends. It was just fun.
No, it's interesting how like she had these girls that were there. It's like they weren't being rude per se, but they were just like not on the same level in a way. You know, like
no, because she was a 45-year-old. But it's kind of funny that you said
we should just go to the mall and try this out.
Let's try it. Like, okay, so in the spring when it's prom time, let's get together.
So what school do you go to?
And just like totally act like we're buying our own dresses. Be like, well, we'll make up some schools in the area.
I go to like Riverside South.
I go to Riverside North.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Why is she an adult in the dream? Like, I totally get like going back to this happy place, but like, why is she going to this happy place as an adult?
I don't usually have dreams. I mean, me personally, Bestie, let me know how you dream, but I usually don't have dreams where I'm not my age now. Like, I'll have dreams where my kids are younger and I'm the age now, or, you know what I mean? Or my parents are younger, but I'm my age now. Like, it'll never be that I'm a different age than I currently am. That's just me personally. That's how I dream. So that is weird though.
It is weird. And I feel like I've seen more and more of these kind of lately where it's like, remember the one where it was like, it was a catnap, but it was a parachute day at gym class. And she was like 65 and she was herself at 65, like playing parachute. So I feel like people dream differently. She's dreaming differently. The only point I have is that she's happy. She's happy in this dream. Good. The only thing is like the legality of this Zac Efron-esque character. But I'm going to let it pass.
He's 18. I mean, he could be 18, a senior. Yeah. Yeah, he's fine. That's fine.
He's 18. He's legal. He's legal. As long as he's legal.
Cougar. But you cougar.
Yeah. You kind of mentioned the group of girls, and that was just the last thing I want to touch on because I had the exact same feeling. Like, they weren't really mean to her. It wasn't like a clique or anything. But I think they were more just surprised by her age. Yeah. I feel like she was kind of just remembering what it was like to be that age, and especially as a group of girls at the mall. And I know, Mindy, you and I can talk about this for centuries, but we've been shopping and we've done that. But you probably more than anyone more recently have had a lot of dresses to buy for a lot of children, a lot of dances, a lot of girls.
It's expensive, yeah.
What do you think's changed? The length? I feel like the length of the dresses has changed.
the formality of homecoming has gotten a little more formal, I think. So
Oh, homecoming's more formal.
homecoming's always short dresses, and then prom's usually long.
I don't think I ever wore a short dress.
So I wonder if it has anything to do with her career or the situation she might be in with work. And the guy is maybe just a little office romance. Find out who he is.
Love
get his
that
number.
part.
They can work out. I know from experience.
I was gonna say I know one story I know of that.
One story.
Out.
It's too funny. I just shot a proposal, an engagement proposal, and it was in a tree farm, which is the cutest thing. So the groom contacted me and wanted to propose to his girlfriend and was planning on, putting a little blanket with all these like Christmas tree lights, like put lights on a Christmas tree and then bring her over there and propose to her.
That's so cute.
It was really cute. And after she said yes, we get to, I introduced myself because I was hiding in a tree to get pictures.
I was going to ask you, like, why was she thinking, like, why is there a photographer here? What's going on? But you were hiding?
So, I was, like, hiding. And once, like, he kind of came out, I mean, they notice eventually, but usually the person being proposed to is so, in the moment, they won't notice me right away.
Yeah, which they should be.
But anyhow, so it was cute, yeah. But they had met at work. They both worked at the same office. And so for many years, she kept saying how she was dating someone, but no one in the office knew it was actually someone they knew because he was also in the office. And so she would like post pictures on social media, but it would be like there'd just be their hands holding, or it would be like the back of him or something like that. So they would try to keep it like hush hush for a while. And so she never posted for a very long time about who it was. And so when we started doing pictures after she said yes, she wanted to do one where his back was turned, where she could show off her ring, but then you couldn't see the guy still. And then that's how she told everyone. It was a cute way to tell her, some of the people at her office who she was engaged to.
That was cute. And then he turns out, a surprise! It's me!
It's me! It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. Oh my God. I hear a lot of that's in sync, right?
Yes. Justin
I
Timberlake.
hear a lot of in sync on the radio at work.
That's too much. You don't need to do that anymore.
It's too much. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, just Kool-Aid. Nothing exciting.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
No.
Just Kool-Aid.
There's not like a little splash of vodka in that Kool-Aid?
No, we decided we weren't going to drink today, so it's fine.
This is a sad state.
My body needs a break. My body needs a break every so often.
Don't.
Although this might be the first podcast I did not record while I was drinking. So
I mean,
if it sucks, I know why.
I've maybe done a few, but it's only because I've been sick.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. That was a fun dream. It brought me back to some old high school shopping days. I love it.
I know. We had a lot of fun hanging out at the mall, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, so much fun. Bestie, we want to know what color was your prom dress?
Yes,
Senior
I need
year.
to know.
Brooke,
Senior.
you had a black dress.
With
sparkly.
sparkles. Yes. And you
Of course, I had sparkles.
Of course, you had the fucking beautiful baby pink gorgeous dress.
Yes.
That, should have been mine, but,
I know, we were pinks. I'm usually not in pinks.
We were like
so
reversed.
We were reversed. I'm more of a dark
you're
color.
You're more elegant.
I don't know about
dark
that.
colored, refined.
And you're the fun color.
And yes, you
That's
are.
true. That was
and
weird.
I'm like, give me pink. And like, we just had it kind of reversed for our prom, but we both look good.
Yeah, bestie, let us know. What did you wear to prom? Post a picture. We want to see some awkward old high school pictures from prom. We want to see them.
We'll post some too.
I think we have to find one. I'm sure we got one somewhere.
Yes.
If you want to get some behind the scenes of, Brooke and I in our prom dresses, circa 1998, you can join the 1900s, Brooke, in the 1900s. You can join our sleepover squad.
In the 1900s.
Because that's where all the cool kids hang out. That's where we have our little clique of really cool dreamers that you have to be invited to the sleepover. Just kidding. No, everyone's invited to our sleepover.
Everyone's invited to this party.
There's no secret password.
And we don't judge.
Yeah.
No.
If you want to support the show, Bestie, the best way you can do that is by heading to remelations.com/support. You can follow our social media and see this awkward picture of us in our prom dresses. I'm sure I've got one. I'm going to dig that up after we get off this call here. And then, and you're going to want to see that. So, check it out. Remelations.com/support. And we appreciate each and every one of you.
And if we can squeeze into our prom dresses, if we can still find them, we'll do a special dance for
I definitely would not fit into my prom
members.
dress. No way.
Well, if we can put part of our bodies,
I could put on my arm, maybe. I was like a size 000.
I could put a thigh. I feel like I could fit a thigh in there.
Sure.
Maybe we'll do a little dance for our besties in our sleepover squad. Mindy's like, shut your mouth. We're not going to do that.
No.
I think I might know where. I think mine might still be at my parents' house.
Oh, I think my parents chucked mine at some point. They downsized. They're like, we're getting rid of this shit. They probably asked me if I wanted it. I'd be like, what am I going to do with this?
Right. Well, see, my parents haven't downsized yet. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
I know
true.
the second they do, everything's coming my way.
Don't move it. Never move stuff that there's no sense of keeping.
No.
The best moving tips I've ever gotten from someone. If you forgot you had it, get rid of it.
That I have never followed that rule, and I know I should because I am still trying to unpack.
Oh, right. Brooke, I'm going to give you 3 words that maybe you can tell me what they mean.
Okay.
Jamais, deja vu, and deja reve.
Reve. Like, I know what deja vu means, like experiencing something that you think you've already lived or experienced before. So deja would mean I feel like before. I'm not exactly sure how that applies to the other one, like seen before. That's what I got.
Tonight, I'm going to get into the idea of all these French vues, which means never seen, seen before, and already dreamed.
Cool.
So let's get into this topic because I find it extremely interesting, and it just happened to me tonight. So this week, I was walking in with my youngest to the grocery store, and as we're walking in, she says, I just had deja vu. And I said, well, that's weird. Yeah, deja vu is weird. It happens to me all the time. And then she looks at me and she goes, I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was going to happen next. Now I had deja vu on deja vu. So we started talking about what deja vu is.
Deja vu, yeah.
Layers. And then even tonight, before we came down to record, Mark was working in his office. It was just after 5. So I said, do you mind if I turn on the TV? I grabbed a cutting board out. I started grabbing some stuff for dinner. I turn on the TV. I look at the stockings. And it's like, I did this like exactly the same. So it's like I had this little deja vu moment even like half an hour before we came down here to record.
This is crazy.
So let's get into this.
Vu!
Have you ever heard of the term jamais vu? It means finding subjectively unfamiliar that which we know to be familiar. Okay, so it's like I know, stick with me here. I know you've had out of a White Claw.
I'm here.
You think you've experienced something for the first time, even though it's not your first time experiencing it. So let me give you a very common example. Have you ever been writing and you're writing a word and then you stop and you're like, that doesn't look right. That's not a word. Is that a word? I don't think that's right.
The time. Not even writing, typing.
That, my friend, is jamais vu. That means you're saying, your mind's telling you this isn't a word, even though you know, and you wrote it out, you know it's a word, but you second guess yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Jamais vu, the never seen. There was a researcher from Leeds University who asked 92 volunteers to write out the word door, like D-O-O-R, door.
Oh. Okay.
30 times in 60 seconds. She reported that 68% of the volunteers showed symptoms of jamais vu, such as beginning to doubt the word door was even a real word.
This is fascinating.
Do you know how you write things and you're like, no, wait, what? No. So that's what she was experiencing.
I was just telling someone at work the other day where I was signing off on something and I stopped mid-signature and I was like, wait, what was I doing? Mid-signature.
Is that how I spell? So that's crazy. That's a great example.
Yeah, like your hand's so used to doing it, but I stopped to try to think, like, what was I actually doing? And I'm like, oh, I have to finish signing this. But
keep going.
There was a decent pause. There was a decent pause there.
So Chris believes that similarly, brain fatigue underlies this phenomenon. So when your brain gets tired, it's something actually they observe in schizophrenia patients as well,
okay.
that a familiar person has been replaced by a imposter. So kind of the same idea. Like it's someone you should know, but people who suffer from schizophrenia may not recognize everyone that they already know.
That's true.
So that's déjà vu. And I just want to touch on that one real quick. So have you had déjà vu?
Lots of times. Like the most recent, I couldn't tell you, but oh my God, so many times I will literally just stop like mid-step. Like mine's usually very physical. Like I said, like I'll think of something and it'll literally stop me in my tracks and I'll be like, I've done this or I've seen this, or I'll stop and I'll be like, wait, what? Wait.
Exactly. It's so common.
Like very physical for me.
The term was actually first coined in 1876 by a French philosopher, Émile Bourbon. He used it in a book about L'Avenir des sciences physiques, something like that.
Ooh, that was gorgeous.
Thank you. And now it's used internationally now. People just, it's French. It's a French saying. It's French words. Yet here we are in the U.S. saying the word déjà vu.
You're right. And everybody knows what it means. It's not like even a translation thing. Like people know what déjà vu means.
It literally translate as to already seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it is common. Now, I've seen different statistics on this, and most of them are anywhere between 60 and 90% of people have had déjà vu in their lifetime. And it happens most often to people between the ages of 15 and 25 years old, with it decreasing as you get older. It's supposed to get like less and less as you get older.
I feel honestly like I have it more, and I feel like maybe it's more because of life experiences. I've just had more of them where I might be recalling like, oh, this is déjà vu. That's interesting that it happens between 15 and 25.
Well, here's what I think is interesting. They said if you fall into a couple of these categories, you may be more prone to déjà vu episodes, which include you're highly stressed.
Check.
You travel often.
Check.
And you're someone who dreams often.
Oh.
Check.
That's you.
So they say people who experience those things are more likely to experience déjà vu episodes.
Wow. Okay.
Now, also, did you know that déjà vu can be a warning sign of a seizure?
No shit. Wow. No, I did not know that.
So now we're going to get a little scientific here for a minute. Now, you've experienced seizures before. Do you ever have déjà vu on onset of a seizure?
No clue whatsoever.
Not that you remember.
No, not that I remember being like, I'm driving my car. Nope. Don't remember
I've already driven this car. Nope.
I've driven this car. I crashed into another car. Oh, an ambulance is here. No, I don't remember any of that. No.
Some people do. And so
I bet that is like a trigger. People sometimes have triggers that let them know.
So let's get a little scientific here for a second.
Let's get scientific, and then I can share some stories.
Let's get nerdy. Let's get our nerd glasses on.
Let's dive into our nerdiness. Let's do it.
To go into exactly what a seizure is a burst of uncontrolled electrical activity that cause nerve cells in your brain to misfire. And it often affects the frontal lobe, which is the area of your brain that records memories. Now, there's several explanations. Now, we know there's really no explanation why we'd have déjà vu. It's not a concrete thing we know why we do this, but there are some speculations of why we have déjà vu. So let me start with one. The first one's called split perception explanation.
Ooh, sounds scientific.
What this means is like a person who is experiencing a current sensory experience, like you're smelling something, or you're feeling something, or you're seeing something. It's like your brain's trying to catch up. So you're experiencing something almost twice because you are experiencing the first input. It's brief and it's degraded and it's distracted. But immediately following that, a second perception might be more familiar because you just experienced what your brain is catching up to figuring out what you just experienced.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Got it.
Now, I'm starting with the most scientific and I'm going to go to the most extreme. So hold on.
Yes, of course.
These get a little more weird as we go.
Let's strap in. We're ready.
So the second one is called memory-based explanation. In this theory, let's go back to anatomy. And the memory gets stored, like I said, in the temporal lobe of the brain. So if you put like your finger between your eyebrows and go back just a little bit, that's where your frontal lobe is, right there. This part of your brain helps us recall words, remember places that you've been, recognize people, understand language, and interpret emotions. So that part of your brain's in charge of all of that.
Okay.
So what happens is memory retrieval failure. So it's like you save something on a disk in your brain, right? And then you go, oh shit, it's familiar, but where did I save that? Nope, you're searching through that frontal lobe.
What folder did I put that in?
Electrons in your brain are not finding that, like, you've experienced before, but it's like it just can't find the memory. And that's what this theory is pretty much based on.
That makes sense. I get it. You know, both and I are very flexible with scientific theories, though. Like, we don't necessarily need hard facts. Like, we can go with, like, supernatural explanations, too.
And we'll get there. So this next one, scientifically, is called dual neurological processing. So in 1964, there was a gentleman at the Boston's Veterans Hospital named Robert Efron. Interesting. Wonder if he's related.
Okay. Well, the Efrons are in our podcast tonight.
This said that delayed signals can cause this to happen. So what happens is when the brain is sorting incoming signals, it's done in the temporal lobe, which is of the brain's left hemisphere. However, the signals enter the temporal lobe twice before processing, once from each hemisphere of the brain. So if there's a slight delay on coming from either side into your lobe, that can cause a perception of two different experiences. But the second is literally just microseconds earlier.
This is so interesting.
Again, we don't really know the answer. But let me tell you about another study. This one was from Anne Cleary, and she was from Colorado State. And this is the one I actually like because it has to do with playing the game Sims. She actually did a scientific study with the game Sims. So she had 298 participants who went through similar type of sim scenarios. So they're just playing this game. So she would set up a house in Sims. There'd be a couch on the right, a piano on the left, a staircase forward. Okay, then she'd set up a museum where there's a couch on the right, a kitchen on the left, a staircase forward. So it'd have like different locations but familiar settings around them. And so she'd watch these participants play the Sims game and see if they had any deja vu experiences. Now, what she found was not really. But I just had to tell you because it had to do with Sims. But again, it goes back to the idea that we don't know. We don't know why we do it. And maybe she just wanted to play Sims. I don't know.
Maybe she just wanted to see other people's methods of playing Sims.
She's usually like
how she could improve her own.
She's doing her doctorate. She's like, hey, I just need to play Sims. This is part of my thesis. And
can I become a doctor by playing Sims? Oh, by the way, nope, my thesis is completely wrong. Do I still get my doctorate?
No, since that one failed, it just brings us to things that we can't explain. So, for example, the idea of a parallel universe. Have you heard this one before?
Yes, I'm not too opposed to this idea, actually.
So believers of this theory claim that human experiences of deja vu can be explained by a crossover of parallel universes. So that would mean whatever you're doing and experiencing in the deja vu, a parallel version of you is doing it in a different universe simultaneously.
Yes. A different realm.
Creating an alignment between the two universes.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not opposed to that one. I believe in kind of parallel universes. Or is it universi? No, I'm just kidding.
Universis. This is the one my 13-year-old asked. Could it be reincarnation?
Oh, okay. I'm into that too.
So the general theory of reincarnation is that we lived as someone else in a previous life before we were born into this life. So memories created on one level of consciousness normally cannot be remembered by your next life. So whatever happened to you in the first life, your memory board gets erased, you get reincarnated, you don't remember.
Maybe there's not everything that gets erased.
But sometimes certain sounds, smells, or images from our previous existence will momentarily drift into this life which makes us think we have deja vu.
I have a question for you. Do you feel like you have lived multiple lives? Do you think that, or do you even believe in that? Or do you think this is your first go around or?
I don't know that I have, but I'm not opposed to the idea that it could be. And I understand that some theologies and religions even believe in reincarnation, multiple lives.
Yeah.
I never had that particular experience where I feel like, oh, you know what? I know I was a circus performer in 1813. I just know it.
But you know, some people do.
They do, yeah. I think that's fascinating.
Or have had a psychic experience or just know like, okay, well, I've lived like 7 different lives. Like, that's so fascinating to me because I've always felt like this is my first time. I feel like I'm a first timer.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I'm confused a little bit sometimes. I mean, we're all confused.
I think I'd be more worldly if I lived before.
Yeah, like I've always had a feeling like this is my first time around. And, you know, so many people are like, I've lived for centuries. I've done this and that and the other.
No, I do find it interesting.
Cool. I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I personally don't, but I'm not saying I don't believe. I just don't know that I experienced it personally. But then again, you might not know. That's the whole point of it.
Isn't it? Just a trigger, a smell, a sound, a sight might trigger it.
So the next theory is the idea of a glitch in reality. So like the glitch theory. It explains deja vu as a momentary breakdown of our reality. Now, Einstein famously suggested there's no such thing as time. That time is a human creation made to establish order and structure. So if time is an illusion, that explains why we may feel like we've lived it before, because the past, the present, and the future are all happening at the same time.
Wow.
And so when we experience deja vu, we are simply slipping into a greater level of consciousness where we're able to live more than one experience at the exact same time.
You know,
Einstein, he knew his shit, though.
He was a smart dude. He knew
was a
his
smart
shit.
cookie. He liked to go surfing, too. Did you know that?
I didn't know. I know he wore like the same outfit every day, which why can't we? Please and thank you.
Yeah,
but yeah, he went surfing.
Yeah, he used to like going surfing. Fun fact, random fact about Einstein.
Being on water can be very calming and very enlightening.
Do you think he like came up with like the relativity and all those things and while he was like just catching a wave?
I mean, if you have to figure out how to balance, I think you're going to have some ideas about gravity and whatnot. But I find it interesting because that's exactly what they say, not the surfing part, but they say when there's a glitch in the matrix, these are like exact words, it means it's deja vu. And like you literally use the word glitch. So I think this is a very fascinating conversation.
Yes. And there's one final one that I want to talk about, and that's called deja reve.
Oh, reve? What is reve?
Deja reve means already dreamed.
Oh, this is intense. Okay.
So it's the idea that we have things we dream, and they are premonitions of things to come.
I totally believe in this.
Bestie, I'm going to have to save this one for the next episode.
Oh, no!
The only reason we got a dream in that totally is exemplified this last one. So I have a whole dream that's going to go with the idea of deja reve, premonition dreams, if you will. And so we're going to save that one until next time.
Yes, I love this idea. Yay!
But yeah, deja vu. So out of all of those explanations, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I think it could be a combination of everything, don't you? I mean, it could be something you've lived before. It could be a memory that is induced by smell, sight, or sound. It could be parallel. I mean, I'm just repeating everything you said, but I
like the idea of parallel universes. It just sounds cool. I'm going to go with that one.
It does sound cool. And I feel like, why are we so close-minded to think we're the only timeline in the universe? There has to be parallel, right? I don't know. I just feel like that's
multiverse.
And you might cross something that is happening in one, and just happened the other. I know. I like parallel universes too.
I like that one. Or reincarnation. That would be interesting too. But it's funny because, again, like I said, my daughter's like, maybe it's reincarnation. I'm like, this Meyer did not exist here 10 years ago before you were, like 13 years ago before you were born. So it couldn't have been that. It was but maybe you were walking on a prairie in a previous life in this area. You know, like, who knows? Like, maybe your path had crossed.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be specific.
It's like a wormhole.
It is.
So that one's also interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know.
You got a very existential topic tonight. I love it.
How was your week? Are you getting all settled into your new place? Are you unboxed?
I would say I'm 90% unboxed, and I feel like every time I open a box, 17 more boxes appear. I don't know what's going on.
It's like a magic trick.
It's like a horrible magic trick that I'm not fond of. But yeah, no, it's good.
They're just like magically multiplying.
Everything is multiplying. I'm like, where did this come from?
Speaking of multiplying, here's a funny side story. So when you come up our stairs to go to the second floor, right at the top of the stairs is one of the oldest twins' bedroom.
Yes.
And for a week, every time I've come up those stairs, I see a quarter, like just like within her, right by her doorway, just laying on the floor. So then Mark goes, "Did you notice that quarter on her floor?" And I go, "Yeah, it's been there all week. I don't know why she hasn't picked it up." And he goes, "We should put another one next to it and see if she notices it." And I was like, "Totally, let's do it." And so he goes in there and puts like a quarter next to it. So it's like multiplied. A couple days later, we leaves her door open again, same spot. There's 2 quarters. Now they've got mussed around. They're like not next to each other. And so I go, "Hey,
pushed around a little
should we put another quarter on her floor?"
Absolutely.
So we did. There's now 4 quarters that we have lined up perfectly in front of her door, and she still hasn't said anything about it. I'm like, maybe she's getting to the point. No, not even a question.
Money just multiplies if she doesn't touch it. It's
maybe
just
that's the part. Maybe she's now punking us, and she's like, "If I don't see anything, maybe it'll be like $10 next week."
Maybe that'll turn into dollar bills and then $5 bills.
The point we were making is like, clean up your floor, and now I'm like,
right, but
we're too deep in this.
Now she's like, "Hey, I'm making money off of this deal." I started out with 25 cents. Now I got $1.
I know. And we have to they're like perfectly in a line. I don't know. The things we do in this house to mess with the kids or, just to have a laugh. This is a good
investment property. I'm going to give you $100. Yeah. I'd like you to place it on the floor outside of your daughter's bedroom so that we can invest. See what happens.
So just like your boxes are multiplying, so are the quarters on her floor. And so we'll see how long this charade goes on. I'll have to give you guys an update.
I'll have to give you an update on it. An update, absolutely.
I'll send you a picture. And so your boxes are multiplying, but you're almost. I'm almost
done. I'm about 90%. Yeah. How was your week?
Busy. We had between one twin got COVID. The other twin had a college visit. She's a junior and is a cross-country runner. So we had one visit to a D1 school to check out their program. See, they're trying to recruit her, I hope. So
that's awesome.
Then a freshman orientation this week. So I am feeling extremely old and worn out. But other than that, good. All good. No, it's all good. It's those moments where I'm like, gosh, my life is just moving too fast. Once they get to a high school level, I'm like, just slow down. It's just flying by.
It all goes by in the flash of an eye anyway. So yeah, wow,
it does. Yeah,
so crazy.
It is crazy. Anything fun coming up this week for you?
Trying to think I don't have anything fun. No, I think I'll just hopefully by the end of this weekend I'll be completely unpacked. I do feel like it's home already, which is good. But yeah, I don't have any actual holiday plans until closer to actual Christmas time. So just finishing up everything and hopefully be done by the end of this week. How about you?
We got one more wedding left of the season. We've got a December wedding. And then our season of wedding photography is officially done. So
you get to breathe a little bit.
Getting the last of editing done. No, and I've got 2 January weddings, which is interesting. Then I get to breathe. So it's start of new season, but then I can breathe a little bit. So
February will let you take a breath.
Trying to figure out a time that maybe we can take like a little like staycation, maybe go down to the city and spend the night.
That would be great. Yeah.
Kind of recharged. So hopefully we can put something on the books for that.
You'll figure it out. I can babysit if you need me to.
Yeah. Like almost like they need babysitters by this. They're like,
they're
see you
old
later,
enough
Mom.
that they don't, but it would be like, they'd be like, let's just see how much we can get Brooke to laugh. Well, you won.
That would happen. They would be like, just never leave your debit card with your kids. I learned that lesson this weekend when we went down. When I went down to visit the school, we visited the oldest in college, and I said, "Here's my debit card. Take your little sister out for lunch." And not only did I get charged lunch, I got charged $12 worth of boba tea. I also got her friend a McDonald's sandwich, I guess. And I was like, wait, give me my debit card back. Like, these are
no.
I said lunch. I don't know what's going on here.
Pretty soon you're going to see like $800 at Target.
And then the funniest thing is I accidentally left my card with her. And then I drove away. I'm an hour away from her school. And I go, shit, I did leave my debit card with her. And so the first thing I did was I turned it off. I was like, okay, no.
We got to deactivate this thing by tomorrow.
We got to deactivate this card.
It's going to be, our bank accounts are going to be cleared out.
Negative. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Poor college student, but yeah.
We don't need a jet ski or anything, though. I don't care if you're in college. No. You don't need jet ski.
You shouldn't be buying booze with it.
No. You can maybe get some boba tea and a meal, but let's keep it at that.
Yeah,
maybe groceries. Yeah.
Yes. Well, today's been a lot of fun. We are already into December.
Here we are.
Hell? We're going to.
It is December. I know I say it each month, but I think it's just an older person thing to say. It's like, what happened to September? I feel like the last month I remember, and now it's December. I said, how's your spreadsheet? I don't think I've asked you in a little while about how your Christmas present spreadsheet's going.
It's a little smaller this year because the girls got the Taylor Swift tickets, so they're not getting much else.
So this, right? I think that's enough.
Actually, I'm done. I am done with the earliest Christmas shopping I've ever been done before because there's only like 2 small things I got each of them. Then on top of the tickets
Good
and the
job.
trips.
And have they
I'm
arrived?
Done. No, they haven't. I just ordered them yesterday, but it won't be long.
You live like next door to an Amazon like warehouse. Things get delivered to you in like 25 minutes. It's crazy.
It's like, oh, you need something? I can get same day delivery. Yeah, it's really nice. Decorating's done. The shopping has commenced. Like all that fun stuff. Yeah, no, it's it's one of my favorite months. I do love Christmas. Is my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I do love Christmas too.
It's that time of year. Get all the feels.
All the feels, and you get to see family and friends, and I'm very excited about this time of year.
Speaking of all the feels, today felt great.
I want to give it a big old hug. It felt so good.
You know who I want to hug? I want to hug McKenna and Joanne. I'm just going to give them the biggest bestie hug there is because they had some incredible dreams today.
Very cool dreams. Thank you so much for sharing. We had a great time.
Hey, and don't forget, if you're enjoying the show, tell your best friend about the podcast.
Yes.
Please. Just one person. Tell your best friend. You can also tell your favorite spaceman, your favorite aqua instructor, or tell your favorite associate at the prom shop about the podcast.
Associate at the prom shop.
Bestie, that's how we grow. And that's how we continue to come back each and every week is seeing you guys share our show. That just means the world to us. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Much love. And next week we'll be back with some more dreams. But until then, sweet dreams, bitches.
Did you hear that dog bark right when we said that?
No, I didn't.
It's from next door.
Funny.